Faith Explorers, happy Sunday. I'm so glad you're here with me for another Faith Explorers video this week. So if you haven't met me yet, my name is Inger and I'm the new Children's Ministry Coordinator at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. And the past couple of weeks we've been starting a new series about the Old Testament, and we've learned about how the Bible is broken up into two different parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. And what we're focusing on right now is the Old Testament, where we learn different stories about the creation of the world and God's people. And so the first week, 2 weeks ago, we learned about creation and how God created everything in the world and how God saw that God's creation was good. Last week, our second week, we learned about Adam and Eve and the first sin. And we learned that even though we're humans and we make mistakes and we can do things that God may not want us to do, God has forgiveness and we believe in a God of grace. So today is our third week and we're going to be learning about Noah's Ark. Now some of you guys may have heard this story before. It's a really famous one. So if you want to join me, pull out your Spark Bible at home and we're going to start reading from the story. A long time had passed since God had created the world. People forgot about God except for one man. His name was Noah. He loved and obeyed God. I'm very sad that people have forgotten about me, God said to Noah. I am going to bring rain to flood the earth, lots and lots of rain. Build yourself a huge boat of cypress wood. Noah did just what God said and made a big, big boat with lots of rooms. This boat was called the Ark. Noah was 600 years old when he entered the boat with his wife, their sons, and their sons' wives. God brought 2 of every kind of animal into the boat. Elephants and zebras, lions and tigers, pigs and giraffes, dogs and cats, deer and rhinos, bears and cows, horses and goats, lambs and monkeys all came 2 by 2. All different kinds of animals, birds and creepy crawly things came to the boat. Noah took all of them into the boat, then shut the door behind them. Inside the big boat, the lions roared, the dogs barked, and the birds chirped. It was stuffy and stinky. It was muggy and hot, and outside it continued to rain and to rain. It rained big giant drops and little baby drops for 40 days and 40 nights. The rains came down and the flood waters came up. The water splashed on the sides of the ark and pushed it up and down for 150 days. Finally, it rested on top of a tall mountain. Noah waited and waited until God said to him, "Come out of the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives." Noah's family and all the animals came off of the boat. They put their feet on dry land. They ran, they skipped, and they jumped. They twirled and danced in the sunlight. They thanked God for the land, and God had blessed them. Noah's family grew and grew. The animals and the birds and creepy crawly things filled the earth again. God painted a rainbow in the sky of brilliant red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, and violet across the sky, and he promised, "Never again will water flood the earth. Whenever you see a rainbow in the clouds, I will see it too, and I will remember." So our question for today is, what would you have thought if God had asked you to build a big ark? And what would you have said to God? I think I would have been really shocked, because that's a big thing to ask, right? To build a boat for someone. But this shows how dedicated Noah was to God and how much he trusted that God would have a plan for him. So in this story, we learn about the patience of Noah and his family and the patience of them to wait until God delivered them to the place where they were meant to be. So the next part of today's lesson is a craft, so follow along here. Okay, Faith Explorers, our craft for today is going to be making an ark. So as you can see here, what you'll need for this project is a paper plate and some paints, or you could even use markers or crayons or whatever you have available at home. So at the bottom first, I'm just making the wood in the ark like we learned about in the story. And so after I'm finished with the wood at the bottom, I'm starting to make a rainbow at the top. So as you can see here, I'm starting using my red paint and making a big arc. And then I'm going to go down and use each color of the rainbow: orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Now I'm going to put the paper plate to the side and get a small piece of paper, which I'm painting yellow, and this is the part where I'm going to be making the animals for the ark. So for this animal, I'm making a giraffe. So I'm painting the paper yellow, and then I'm cutting out a giraffe shape from the paper. And after the shape is cut out, you'll see I'm going to be using some brown paint just to make the spots in the hair on the giraffe. But you could make any animal you like, and you can also make more than one animal. And here's our finished product, an ark and some animals. Alright, Faith Explorers, I really hope you enjoyed that craft. It was really fun for me to make, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. So just as a reminder, today we are learning about Noah's Ark and the patience and the trust that he had in God to lead them to the destination. I hope that through this lesson in craft you were able to think about a couple ways in which it relates to your life at home. So the next part of the lesson is going to be in your parents' email again, where there's going to be coloring pages and a page of questions for you guys to talk through as a family. So I hope you enjoy that. So that's it for this week, Faith Explorers. I will see you next week with another video of the Old Testament. Have a great week, guys. Bye.